Well, hello. I'm Mark Pikert, editor-in-chief of The Gay Goods, and you are tuned into today's installment of The Gay Goodies with the woman, the myth, the legend, Mr. Pam. I say this every week, but I'm so excited. I'm genuinely excited that I'm getting all these incredible people, and probably more so with Mr. Pam, because while she is not going to be shirtless for this episode, she is someone who turns fuckboys into fuck men, and I can't wait to find out her secrets. So let's bring her on now.
Oh, wait.
See, I misspoke.
But it's YouTube, and I don't want to get you cut off yet because your show is fucking awesome. Hi.
Hi. I should never guess what anyone is going to do because that's just on me.
You're dealing with pornographers. What do you expect? What's going on, Mark? I love that intro. Thank you so much. And it's great to be here.
Please. I'm so excited to have you because you're someone. I remember when I first heard about you and you were working for Michael Lucas, and I was like, who the fuck is Mr. Pam? Is it a drag queen? Who is this woman? I don't understand. And then
a guy, is she a girl?
And then your career has been meteoric since then, and culminating in you launching your own. My neighbor's children are right outside the door. I can see them, so this will be very fun for them. But culminating in now you having your own company.
I do. I started my Wham Bam Pictures in July 2020 amidst COVID. You know, the world is in chaos and a pandemic, so why not quit your super stable job and just start my own company? And I did it, and it's been so great. It's the best thing. Of course, some days are really scary, but I took the opportunity. Again, the world is in chaos, and I felt myself changing, and the world is changing, and it's now or never. So I just burned the boats, jumped the ship, and swam to the island, and it's an awesome island. Things are going really, really great.
Was your own company always the plan, or was it something that kind of evolved as your career evolved?
I had thought about it, and it's so funny because I registered the domain name Wham Bam Pictures back when I was working at CNET at cbsnews.com. I have no idea why I registered that domain back. God, it must have been like 15 years ago or something. So I've been sitting on this domain. I still haven't launched it, but that name was on the tip of my tongue, this Wham Bam Pictures. And it's almost like recreating that, Wham Bam, thank you, Pam. I may have been friendly when I was little and people made fun of me, but, a little slutty, whatever. Now I made a career out of it. But I didn't want to have my own company. I was freelancing back in 2008. And then I got the offer again to work with Lucas Entertainment and went to New York. And I was their Michael Lucas's creative director for 4 years, which was great. We traveled the world. It was awesome. But I was missing California, missing my mom and my grandma and everybody. And so I got the opportunity to start up an original content division with Naked Swords. So I left there and came back to California, did that for 8 years. But the whole time I'm getting that itch. Can I do this on my own? Is it time? And then, when COVID hit, it was just a perfect storm of, fuck it, let's do it. And it's been awesome. And hello, cool. Hey everybody, it's Ricky.
I was just cleaning Mr. Pam's pool.
So Ricky and I actually are producing Wham Bam Pictures together. He's a producer, production manager for everything, and he is such a hard worker, and I'm more of a let me meditate on it, California artsy girl, and I hold the camera and stuff, and he's the East Coast. Let's get it done now. I think I drive him nuts with my whatever, it'll get done. But we are just kicking ass. It's just really, really been a great experience. I picked up a bunch of awesome clients, kink men. I've been shooting with them, which is great. I actually used to edit with them when I first started back in San Francisco at around, and it was 2006 or something. They used to rent my place in San Francisco, and it's kind of gone full circle. And I've always just loved BDSM and kink and the way that kink does it, it is also educational too. And it's weird and fun. And, the weirder I get, they're like, that's great. So let's go out in the desert and tie up some guy's balls. Okay. So they've been awesome. And I secured another gig with Longtime, which was great. And Bree Mills, I talked to her 2 years ago. We have this secret project in the works. It's launching in the fall, but that's actually working out. We just wrapped up our second production for that day before yesterday. And then also, I've just always been really involved in the LGBT community, and me being bisexual myself, or pansexual is what I like to call it. There's a lot of trans girls here in Vegas, trans guys, bisexual porn, and we're looking to expand into all different genres of the LGBT community and producing porn for so many different people, and just inspire people who are like hesitant on their sexuality, who are old or young, and it's awesome. I mean, it's just the opportunities are like endless. Like, so good.
Well, what's so interesting about porn right now is for so many years, it was just kind of this thing that existed that people made and they made money on it. But now with this new generation of pornographers, including yourself, people are really seeing an opportunity to target underserved communities by giving them porn for their tastes, and not just, it's not, and Bellamy is fantastic, but it's not all smooth, white, blonde twinks with no body hair and 0% body fat.
Definitely.
It's a whole range of people.
So much. It's, again, me being bisexual my whole life. I mean, I've been kind of a gay guy the last, right? I'm a total.
She's 100% a gay man.
Branching out from being a gay man and actually dabbling in being a woman. And I have evolved my sexuality a lot since I moved to Vegas 2 years ago, and it's going to be so exciting to produce porn that is what I do sexually. I like boys, I like girls, trans, both, neither. I don't really care. And I think having that history the last 20 years and the variety of people I've dated, to put that into the movies, and I think that I'll have that authenticity that sometimes is lacking in some of the other genres of porn. So,
so for you, having done this for so long, what makes a good release for you? What makes a good video for you?
Just energy. Just getting that energy and making it authentic, and the people on set having fun. If they're not having fun, they're not going to have good sex, and it's not going to translate well on camera. So, just to create a good environment, a welcoming environment. They know the minute they get here, they're like taken care of. Here's a protein shake. Here's some healthy snacks. You need an Uber ride. The other day we shot this sweetie, Trevor Harris. Ricky went and bought him a little vape pipe, like a tobacco vape pipe. Really? Here's your favorite flavor of puff stick, and the kids been messaging me all morning. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. And it's just those little things. And I've done that my whole career. It's just, are you okay? What can we do to make your day better? And it really rubs off, and especially now with the models doing their own content, and they understand how easy it could be or how hard it could be. You could come and do a long day studio shoot, but if you're taken care of and you're having fun, like, they're just like, that was the best day of my life. And that's what we thrive for.
Well, that's one of the biggest changes for me in gay porn of the last even 5 years, is there's so much more joy in gay porn now. When you watch the scenes, everyone seems to really be enjoying it, and everyone has a personality coming out again, which is fantastic, because that's what's sexy. I don't need to see like two robots having sex. I mean, I'm sure that Elon Musk is working on that, but I don't need to see it. I would much rather see like two goofballs getting hot and heavy together. That's so much more interesting.
It's funny too, because even before OnlyFans popped in the picture, I was shooting that style, like maybe a little pro-am, like set it up very professionally, have like all the lights in the world, like now, and those extravagant locations and the sets and the wardrobe and the makeup artists and everything. But then once the camera starts rolling, let's just go, just just fuck it, I will follow you. And occasionally some of my scenes you'll see, the light stand in the shot, or you'll see, power cords or something. But I don't want to stop the scene and what we're getting, which is so real, to just hide a power cord. I think people watching it and enjoying it are not going to care about that stand. They just want the energy that's just pure with the men or whoever we're shooting. And
and it makes it feel much more real to see the power cords and the stand, and it feels less processed and more like, oh no, they're so horny, they're just going for it.
Yeah. Again, and in pre-production and matching people who have something sexually in common and not forcing sex on people, just making sure people are in a good headspace, and again, having fun. Like, that's my number one rule on set. Let's have fun. If we're not having fun,
it's so, isn't it so wild how many people forget to have fun at work?
I know. And how many companies, they don't care about that. Like, why? I'm not working at news.com anymore. Like, this could be fun. There's nothing wrong with that. And even, some days that are challenging, we work through it. And we were shooting a scene the other day, and I noticed that the energy in the room was draining a little bit. We're in a garage. It's a little hot and stuffy. I'm like, okay, you two, outside. And I literally, I made them get up, and I had him and my cameraman, I'm plugged in. I took them outside to our pool and made them run around the pool a bunch of times. And they're like, what are we doing? I'm like, we're going to run around the pool because we need to get this energy back up. So we're skipping and we're running and we're shaking it off. Okay. And let's just go back in there. And they were just dying laughing that you were so kooky. But then we just shot such dialogue after that, just whatever it takes. If we need to go run around the pool and jump on Larry the unicorn, that's what we're going to do.
I mean, a world-class pornographer and a great high school gym coach. What can you not do?
We're going to do calisthenics outside. Let's go, boys. That's so funny. Okay, thank you. I'm just
how did you?
Now we just moved to the house. It's so cool. Look at.
I know. I'm wildly jealous of your house from social media. I see Ricky goes live on Instagram all the time, and he's always wandering by the pool casually, and I'm like, "Fuck you!" Some of us do not have a pool.
I do have to say that one of my financial inspirations, I think it was Dave Ramsey, but he would always say live like nobody else so you could live like nobody else. And I did. I had these bougie apartments for the last 10 years and I wasn't making a lot because I'm paying out of my ass with rent. And I finally just realized wait, if I downsize my living situation, I could get out of debt. I could be in the position to quit my job, start a new company, and then actually live like I want to live. And so the last year sucked. I was in the it wasn't that shitty, but it was small. It was a little apartment in Vegas. My rent was $950. There was little grass for the dogs. It worked, but it just was not luxurious. And at moments I was kind of embarrassed. At this point in my career, I should have a mansion. No, at this point of the career, you need to set yourself up financially so you can have that mansion in the future. And, people always think, oh, you're a pornographer, you're great. But sometimes you just need to sacrifice. So for the last year, I really sacrificed. Again, got out of debt, got myself in a really good financial situation to really quit and start my own company and make my dreams come true. So it's not easy. Then Ricky moved in with me for the last 5 months. We were on top of each other. I would have to go in the bathroom, totally going to overshare, relieve myself while he's doing an OnlyFans show. And then I see his camera right next to me. I'm trying not to be loud, on top of each other. But again, it's the sacrifice. It's so worth it. And I mean, again, this house isn't a mansion, but it is fucking awesome. 2 years from now, the mansion will be there. Just, hard work. It doesn't come easy. There's
And hopefully 2 years from now, Ricky will have upgraded from being the pool boy to being a pool boy.
A pool. Or we have had 10 pool boys.
Yes.
It's so funny.
She went on a work trip. She comes home, she's exhausted, and I had some friends over, and our friends are our friends, and they work in the same industry we do. And we were all having some fun, and it was one of those like like instead of coming home to like where we were, you come home, holy shit, I'm home, and I live in Las Vegas, and this is life.
This is life.
We got the hottest porn people on planet Earth having sex in the kitchen, and we are just.
Well, you cooked me steak because I was starving.
We got a live show going on in the kitchen while I cook her a steak, and she just landed from San Francisco.
That was the time I landed from my mom. So yes. It sounds like my mom moved. So I'm in mom mode, and all of a sudden he's a gourmet cook. So I'm eating the steak, watching the sex show. Like, it's so good to be home. Thank you.
Live entertainment. Filet mignon.
Dogs.
What else do you need? Like Las Vegas, it's the life, in this house. I heard you guys. I heard you guys a little bit talking about that. It was, this house. Like when you, we lived in so on top of each other. And I mean, that's not a really bad thing to be on top of either one of us. But no. So we went from there to this, and now it's just like, wow,
that's cool. Yeah.
Who's in town?
We had our first big shoot, and kind of for the last 15 years, we would rent shoot houses, and I'd be the little, mom writing notes for the boys when they arrive. And then, we had 2 cameramen come from LA, and like I was writing notes, and I had this moment of like, this is my house. I'm writing notes and they're staying with us. Like I don't know. It's really, life is really good. It's great.
It's so incredible that a house and a new company, all in the same year. Like this is the dream.
Yeah.
And on top of that, wait, I'm doing fancy things.
Ooh, there's my Instagram.
Yes, I feel like Vanna White. But I want to go back because you were working at CNET. So how did you go from CNET to porn?
That's so random. I was in grad school at San Francisco State, and late because I'm a total procrastinator. I was late on this project where we had to do 3 informational interviews to different companies. I'd done 2.
Well, you're an arty California girl. You were waiting for inspiration.
I'm just like, whatever, it'll happen. And I had to do one more interview to go interview somebody that I might want to work for or with or whatever. Freaking out about it in class. And one of my classmates, Mark LeBeau, was like, hey, I have a post-production house over in Emeryville in Oakland. If you want to come over and you can interview me. I'm like, okay, sure. Because I am desperate. So this was back in the day. I printed out the MapQuest, and I drove to Oakland from San Francisco, went over to his live-work loft. And so he starts telling me about what he did. And he's like, oh, I have clients, United Airlines and family videos. And I also edit gay porn. And I'm like, what? Oh my God, porn? Ew, what? But it was this awesome gay guy, and ended up like interning with him. So that's how I got into gay porn, was editing movies for Falcon and Hot House. And that's how I met Shishi and John Rutherford, Steven Scarborough. Never met Chuck Holmes, the founder of Falcon. So I did that for about a year, but it was still early. I was still in grad school, and I don't like editing. Like, praise all the editors out there. Your job is so important, and I love you. And then I went to a wedding, and I met these guys, and they needed help with one of the guys was on vacation. I needed graphic design help. So then I went in to intern at CBS News and ended up getting a full-time job there. And I mean, it looked great. I was just out of college. I studied graphic design. I got my 401k, making whatever I thought was a lot back at the time. And I was there for about 6 years, and it just, the beige cubicle, it was just not me. It was fun in the heyday of the .com industry in San Francisco, but then that started tanking, and we'd have pink slip parties. Everybody's getting laid off. And then I met back up with the people that John Rutherford, actually from Cult, invited me to go shoot behind the scenes on this cowboy movie, Buckaroos. And I had some stuff going on in my life, and I was in a transitional period. I'm like, fuck it. Let me just quit my job and drive out to this cattle ranch and go shoot behind the scenes for a 3-week shoot. And that was my very first porn shoot, and came out there and then did they commissioned me, the behind the scenes, to turn into a feature-length documentary that toured the world. It premiered at Castro Film Festival, Pink Saturday, Line Around the Block. And it was like that moment, like, wow, okay, this is where I belong. And I think that was 2003. So I've been doing this for a long time. I've always loved gay guys, and I've always loved sex and cameras and everything, and it all came together. And yeah, so I quit the news and tired of doing graphics of Bill Gates and Larry Ellison. Getting a little boring. So yeah, here we are.
I also interned in gay porn, and then I swear I'm wearing shorts. You just can't see them. I also interned in gay porn, then went to news for 10 years, and then said 15 years, and went, oh, I'm tired of the news. I can't write about Broadway one more goddamn time. Back to porn I go.
You had Broadway. I had Intel processors because I was high tech. Yeah. There wasn't as much blood and everything, but it was still, God, it was boring. But I think news and porn actually have a lot going on. Like, people used to give me shit that I didn't go to film school, but porn, you set it up and then you just never know what's going to happen. So it's like going, the news, you go to a press conference, you're not really sure what's going to happen. So, the run and gun is a lot more, goes in line with porn shooting rather than staging everything at film school. But I guess you need it.
And I never went to journalism school either. It's like, guys, these things aren't hard.
Yeah. Broadway. So no, I'm happy, and it's so exciting now to just branch out. I mean, Ricky and I are starting to talk about writing a book, and I think he mentioned that in the interview with you too. It's the porn star body, because Ricky was such an essential part of me finally getting to my goal weight. I don't know if you guys can see. Look at it.
Which is incredible. You look incredible.
It's nuts. I was going up and down. I mean, I did get gastric bypass surgery back in 2016, dropped a shitload of weight, as you do when you get the surgery, and I hadn't changed my lifestyle or my habits, and it was slowly creeping back up. I was totally back on my way up to being almost 300 pounds. And then I met Ricky, and he's like, just don't eat. I'm like, don't eat. Wow. Okay. So that kind of started the weight loss. And then when COVID hit, I would literally go walk to Circle K every day to get a bottle of water so I could have my tea. And I would just kind of lift these gallon bottles of water. And then I started working out. Then we started doing outdoor workouts. And I can't believe I actually lost weight during COVID. And, he's like just like a guru when it comes to nutrition and body and, both the science of it and the mental state of it. And with me actually having finally lost all this weight, I think with the two of us, I'm more emotional eating type of thing. And he's the science of it. So I think the two of us coming together, I know a lot of people have put on weight during COVID, and understandably, because you're locked in your house. So what are you going to do? Eat, because it's fucking awesome. Who doesn't like to eat? But I think we come in and just, try to inspire people to just get back on track. It's actually really not that hard. We have cheat days and, don't eat sometimes. And I'm keeping it off, and it's effortless now. It's nuts that it's effortless. And look what that bitch made us get yesterday. Right? We actually went and got this whole thing of donuts. Box. I'm like, I am going to be 300 pounds. Why are we doing this? Everything in moderation. Yes, the porn
I mean, look, I have 3 donuts and a sausage, jalapeno, and cheese kolache for breakfast this morning? I sure did. I regret nothing.
No, then just the rest of the day, you don't have that 10 more times. You're all good. Right? And, go on a walk, it's really not all that difficult. And it's nuts. So this could be easy. So that's on the horizon too, because I have been working on books on different things. Also, one more other thing that we're doing is merchandise.
Yes.
So we have shopglitterworthy.com. It's funny because when COVID hit, I had money that I was supposed to be paying models in Barcelona. I had to flee Austria in the middle of the night because Trump issued the travel ban, and I was shooting for Falcon. So we came back and I had $5,000 that I was supposed to spend on models. So I'm like, being an artist, like, let me do something artsy with this money before I have to give it back. So I got Ricky in his bathtub. There it is. And we just did this shoot for fun. It was March 19th, like right when COVID started, and we called it Dirty Money because a lot of people, in porn make money by very interesting ways. And then I went and shot some guys that I love here in Vegas, just doing this quarantine shoot. No idea what I'm going to do with these photos, but it was something to do. We're stuck at home. And then we teamed up with a couple of friends of mine, Celso and Chris from San Francisco, who are starting this merchandise company. And they're like, do you have any photos you have rights to? I'm like, yes. So it's a t-shirt. Then we got pillows. Then we have tote bags too. This was one of my favorite go-go dancers from Piranha in Las Vegas.
Yes.
We got him in his bathtub too. And now we're doing a merch company. So yes, Wham Bam Pictures, bring it on.
I mean, I wish that you were more creative and could come up with projects for yourself. It's so sad.
I'm just sitting here watching Game of Thrones. Anybody watching Game of Thrones? That was always the thing with my girlfriends. Like, how do you get so much done? I'm like, I'm not watching 12 hours of Game of Thrones. I'm photographing Go-Go Boys and Ricky in their bathtub. Yeah. Yeah. Non-stop. Even pictures. Yeah. We have pictures everywhere. But it's so fun because it's only the beginning. And having my own company is just amazing to just call our own shots. Just do whatever we want. I have this crazy idea. Okay, let's do it. I don't have to ask permission anymore.
I mean, for some of us, no matter how good a boss is, it's still a boss. And we crave that. No, I'm tired of explaining my vision. I just want to execute. I don't want to have this conversation anymore. And it's so freeing when you get that opportunity.
Yeah. No, it's been great, and I worked with a lot of amazing people over the past, and now again just doing this our own way and by our own rules. I don't do well with rules. It's been great, and I just can't even imagine where we're going to be like a year from now or 2 years from now. I mean, we want to change the world. Like, it's on fire right now. It's awesome. Bring people in together. We have so many friends here in Las Vegas who are just awesome. Draven Navarro, especially, we love him. Just give a shout out to him. And, he's like, what do you need? What do you want? And let's give back and forth to each other. And everybody make money too. We all need to make money. I mean, it's one thing to like, I'll trade this or that, but everybody's got bills to pay and better ourselves, and that's our goal. Let's make money, let's have our friends make money, and really inspire them to explore their sexuality or their body and be confident. I'm 48. I'm kind of like saggy or whatever, but it's the confidence.
No,
she's sexy.
No, but I'm not doing a bit. I'm not flattering you. You're 48. What?
Yeah,
bitch?
I know. So moms out there that are my age, like, go get some lingerie. Like, that was my favorite thing over COVID. And a lot of the moms I had met, the cocky moms, we kept in touch. I'm like, I'm giving them tips like, go get some lingerie. Surprise your husband. Maybe give him a blowjob. A blowjob? I haven't done that since I was a teenager. Dudes like blowjobs, okay? Sometimes you could solve a fight with a blowjob. Try it. Am I oversharing?
No, you made me remember when an ex-boyfriend of mine was crying because he had a bad day, and I was like, I don't do well with emotion. What do I? Oh, I'll just give him a blowjob. It's fine. Yeah. And it worked. He stopped crying.
No, it's amazing.
It's a problem when they start crying during the blowjob. That's a non-starter.
That's a kink shoot. Oh, sorry.
Well, I'm so excited. I mean, that's all the time that we have, and I'm so excited that you have all of these amazing things. And you're someone who has such a clear vision of what you want to be doing, and I think that that's so incredible and so inspiring, especially coming out of COVID when so many people kind of just went under lockdown and shut down, where they were just like, I'm just going to get through and I'm going to figure everything out along the way, or when we're past this, and you're just making shit happen.
It's scary. I mean, I have moments I don't know who I am anymore because I used to be the big drag queen on stage with the huge hair and obnoxious as fuck, and now I'm half the size I used to be.
I am butting in real quick. I just want to say that Darwin said it is survival of the fittest, and that is not the most fit. It is survival of the fittest, the most willing to adapt.
Yeah.
And COVID came and fucked a lot of us up. But guess what? The ones who adapted.
Oh, I thought he was talking to me.
Sorry. Ruin the damn thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
We all had to make adjustments. We all had to adapt to life, and fortunately, COVID gave us a chance to settle down and figure out who we are and what we want to do. And Pam's on fire now, so yeah.
Thank you for encouraging me. Yeah, it's different, and I some days I just freak out. I don't know who I am anymore because that was my go-to, to just be on stage with the microphone and this big outfit and this hair, and I mean the clothes don't even fit me anymore, and like who am I? But just keep pushing forward. As long as I'm happy and healthy and things feel right, then just keep going with it. And again, some days are scary. Push through. Do it anyway. Do it anyway.
You know you're doing something right when you come back from a trip and you walk into filet mignon and a live show in your kitchen. That's how you know you're on the right path.
That was so cool.
The good life, baby.
I'll send you a picture from it. We probably shouldn't put it on here because
No, let's not get us kicked off of YouTube. Thank you.
No, it was great, and it's just only getting better. I am like truly happy, and I realized I hadn't been in a long time because you're chasing what you think you're supposed to be doing or what people are telling you you're supposed to be doing, and it's just you got to listen to this, listen to your heart, listen to your gut, mind, body, and soul. If it's all in line, you're doing the right thing. And sometimes it's scary as fuck, but if it scares you, do it anyway.
Yep. Which is, yes.
What are you going to do today, Mark? It's scaring you. What are you going to do today?
I'm doing this. Like, interviewing people terrifies me. I hate doing things that scare me, but it's all that I do.
That's so. I've been literally wanting to do a show like you're doing, and I haven't had the balls. So good for you for having the balls and going through this. I've seen like you have interviewed everybody so far, and again, it's only the beginning for you too. So good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. No,
Look at us.
Look at us. Fucking COVID. I'm gonna take you. Sure.
Thank you so much for doing this today. I was so excited that when you agreed to. I've been a huge fan of yours for a long time now.
Thank you so much. It's so good to see your smiley face. And again, thank you for interviewing everybody and sharing our stories. Porn is sometimes, not cast in the best light, but then hearing the people, meeting the people in the adult entertainment industry, we're awesome. We're quirky, but we're great. So I applaud you.
Oh, yeah. My God.
Ricky, do you want to say goodbye? He's coming back over here.
I just want to further on what you just said. Listen, we are entertainers, yes, but we are also educators, and we want to educate people on great sex, having good sex, the comfortability of sex. Yo, this is what it's not just all slam fucking and
ga. Yeah, and if shit happens, grab a paper towel and keep going.
Yeah,
that's what we do on set.
Yep.
Take that.
On that note, thank you for joining me, and thank all of you for watching.
Awesome. Well, thank you again. Check us out. We just started our own Wham Bam Studio on Twitter. I'm on Instagram at there it is. You can see. Twitter. Oh, good for you. Yeah, and Ricky just started our Wham Bam Studios. That's at Wham Bam _studios. That's on Twitter. I'm still on Facebook, and yeah, we're all over the place. So find us, support us, shop Glitterworthy. You could wear Ricky. We should send you this. Okay, I'll get your information after. We're gonna. Yes. And again, thank you again for having me. This was really awesome, and the first interview.
No, this was my pleasure.
Awesome. All right. Are we signing off? Do I have to leave you now?
Yes, go check out their stuff. And guys, tune in next week. Who will the guest be? I don't know yet.